it is okay for you to be an LGBTIQ, but also being religious or being attached to any kind of like faith at the same time as well, and you're still valid.
Hi everyone. So this is our second episode for the QUEERxBodies Run 3. Again, we are a program supported by UNAIDS that features these people who work or bring their LGBTIQ activism in online spaces. So I'm Abigail Amon. I'm currently the admin manager of Youth Voices Count, and we have here. I'm so happy to have him introduce himself. This is Evan from Indonesia.
Well, you can call me Evan, and my pronouns is he and him. And yeah, I've been actively working on human rights issues, especially with LGBTI rights, since 2017. That was after I got my internship at one of the national LGBTI. So it's a what do you call it? It's like a human rights organization based in Bangkok. And then after that, I became more active in Southeast Asia region. And after that, uh, yeah, I get more involved. And then here I am now. And when you're talking about Indonesia, I mean, in general, I mean, we as the biggest country in Southeast Asia, I mean, um, and also with the number of the largest Muslim population in the world. It's that it's how to say, when we talk about the LGBT issue, is always this kind of how to say a, some kind of like a tense situation. It's safe to say it's a status quo. It's I think it's still safe in a way to be an LGBT people here, but at the same time, it doesn't make you immune to this kind of like discrimination or some kind of like intimidation or whatnot.
Yes, so thank you for shedding some light of what is the situation there in your country as well. So right now, what are you involved in? You don't have to specify, but what is the work that you've been focusing on these days?
I'm also been actively involved in this. What do you call it? It's like an initiative between these three it's a consortium between three LGBTIQ organizations in Asia, Africa, and Europe. So I've been there also representing from Youth Voices Count, member of Youth Voices Count uh, as a member of this international advisory member.
So you did mention a bit about like working on LGBTIQ and the daily life, and now that we're still in the middle of the pandemic, what have you noticed has changed, especially for example in the terms of social media, and in terms of LGBTIQ activism? Has the internet helped or not helped in promoting the issues that we work on?
Well, I believe that internet has been like it's like a big part of like this new waves of activism in the region, especially in Indonesia as well. I mean, like because with this pandemic, you cannot go outside or even like have this gathering or even like a training for this LGBTIQ activists on the spot. So I think one we can do is like going through the virtual space in order to uh, keep the fighting on. I mean, the struggle on, and yeah, I mean, I noticed that a lot of people has been getting more active on the social media platform, especially what I noticed with Instagram and TikTok, although not necessarily promoting the way that, how to say, like let's go for LGBTI rights. No, it's not like that. It's like just showing them the way they are. I mean, with their expression and identity. Although there might be some kind of like backlashes about it. I mean, there might be several negative comments to it, but again, at the end of the day, uh, these people are still actively using the platform to just like express themselves and in a way also promoting that and letting people know that these people could exist, and also they are creative, and then yeah, I mean they come to fill the gap. I mean, in a way that to entertain you in this time of pandemic, right? I mean, where I mean, like, yeah, we noticed that several like a bad news or any kind of like um yeah, those sort of things. So I think it's good to see this like a new, like fresh faces on the platform.
Yeah, it's great because social media has both its pros and cons. And you have mentioned that a lot of people have started sharing their personal experiences about their identity online. And it's great. It's a simple form of awareness, you know, because all we do, well, not all we do, but we have a tendency right now, since we're all online, we're always scrolling and scrolling. And it's good to bump into these kinds of content online. You also mentioned that you were both gay and Jewish, and that makes you a double minority. So I would like to ask you, like, what do you hope to build online as well? Like, being a double minority, definitely, there are not as many people that you start off with, right? So, what do you hope to build online, or how has it been being a double minority and working in online spaces?
It's been challenging, uh, but again, I mean, I've been how to say, able to live safely in Indonesia because I think because it's not that I try to show into themselves uh, about my identity as a Jew and also as a gay. I think I'm quite passing as Asian, and I'm also quite passing as maybe a straight people, I guess. So because people don't really assuming who I am. I think that's the privilege that I have in a way. I don't know if I want to say privilege, but I think to not being assumed as part of the LGBTIQ is, I think, is a privilege for people, so that they won't get, how to say, um, targeted. So yeah, and yeah, it's been pretty hard in a way to build uh, to know someone who is also in the same a same boat as you are. So but I mean, with the help of social media, I mean, I can actually build this like a new connection with not only from Indonesia, because I mean the number of Jewish people here are already small. I mean, like about like 200 out of 270 million people here in Indonesia. So yeah, imagine the skill. And but I mean, again, I can also connect with the rest of the Jewish people from all around the world, and also specifically those who are happen to be in the same community as well, the LGBTIQ community. And yeah, I mean, social media also helped me, to safely, how to say, express who I am. And I remember there's one time that I have this I post this a picture of myself that was taken by other people when I went to this a feminist rally in Jakarta, and then I was wearing this a rainbow flag with Star of David on it on my back, and then I with a placard it said another Jews for LGBT equality. And actually it's been shared quite widely on Twitter. So yeah, I mean, like, in a way, people, I mean, I'm not responsible of what people think about what people, comments about it, but I think I'm responsible of what I bring to what I'm doing, right? I mean, is to try to share awareness. I mean, the commentary comes later on. So yeah, I mean, that's how I think the way that uh social media also helps me in order to sharing this kind of thing that maybe they try to bring an awareness to other people that um yeah, I mean, people like me exist. I mean, people who are being gay and also being Jewish at the same time. So here I am.
Yes. Thank you so much, Evan. That was enlightening, definitely.
The message that I want to share is that it is okay for you to be an LGBTIQ, but also being religious or being attached to any kind of like faith at the same time as well, and you're still valid.
Yes, that's so important. I definitely anybody who would be watching this interview would be enlightened, and they'd feel okay hearing that, because there's always I would always hear struggles between of people between, you know, their identity and their religion, and it's glad that there are people like you who can say and declare that these things can coexist. Very glad.